Now at 6, Vice President Kamala Harris secures support and gets closer to the Democratic nomination.
Please, please don't do this, please.
We fully support Mayor Gloria's vision to open up this facility. This has got to happen.
The debate over a mega shelter goes late into the night.
It's insanity. Never been through anything like this before. It's crazy.
How long the travel mess from the IT outage will continue.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Like we have some extra visitors watching our show from the airport here this morning.
Welcome.
6 a.m. on this Tuesday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iramport. Glad you're with us here. We do want to kick things off with your forecast. Meteorologist Evan Narani joining us. Warmer weather for a few days?
Warmer weather through Thursday, and
Okay.
then we'll start to get a little bit of a cool down into the weekend. That brings us back to normal territory. We'll also likely see those clouds reconvene closer to the weekend. But for now, beautiful start to the morning. It is a cloudless start, just some patchy clouds that we'll mainly run into. Sunrise was 4 minutes ago, and this is a view facing west. So we're watching as a little bit of light comes through, but we're just going to hold on to that haze for most of the morning. 78 degrees along the coast this afternoon. We're going for the upper 80s inland. You can see how hot those temperatures get as you make your way over the mountains and deserts. Coming up, we'll talk about additional warming through Thursday and then about that cooling trend as well. Back to you.
New this morning here, CBS News estimating Vice President Kamala Harris has secured the support of enough Democratic delegates to become her party's nominee for president.
Today, she will hit the campaign trail for the first time as a 2024 presidential candidate. Jared Hill with the latest.
This morning, a critical sign of support for Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. CBS News estimates a majority of Democratic delegates across more than half of U.S. states have endorsed her, enough to potentially win her party's virtual vote next month, ahead of the Democratic convention.
We have an election to win.
Monday, Harris stopped by campaign headquarters in Delaware just a day after President Biden pulled out of the race. The president rallied the team over the phone.
The name has changed at the top of the ticket, but the mission hasn't changed at all.
The Trump-Vance campaign has come out swinging, saying Harris is worse than Biden and slamming the Democrat selection process.
Democrats are the ones who want to throw out 14 million ballots and not elect Kamala Harris, but select Kamala Harris with a bunch of billionaires.
But a new CBS News poll shows most Democratic voters already want Harris as the nominee.
Under the circumstances, she would be my top pick.
I would love to see the first woman black president.
The Harris campaign says it's raised over $100 million since she announced her intention to win the nomination. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And now, here locally, a big update from overnight about a proposed mega homeless shelter in Middletown.
Late last night, San Diego City Council members decided to delay the vote on the proposed plan. CBS 8's Regina Yarita live downtown to explain what led up to this decision here. Regina.
Yeah, guys, good morning. We heard from so many people who oppose the plan that Mayor Todd Gloria introduced a couple months ago. We did see pushback for several months. And yesterday, the public had the opportunity to speak in front of council to let them know how they feel about this.
So please, please don't do this, please.
We fully support Mayor Gloria's vision to open up this facility. This has got to happen.
So you can see people on both sides had a lot to say about it. The discussion lasted over 7 hours. By that time, a council voted to wait to vote on the shelter. Instead, they agreed to delay the vote and gather more information and do a more thorough analysis first and then come back to the table. Now, Mayor Gloria supported the decision from leaders, saying that his administration is happy to continue refining the current proposal. He expects council to provide specific negotiating points as they move forward. Now, under the terms of the potential 30-year lease, the city would pay roughly $72 million, but the first 19 months of rent would be free. After that, there would be a 3.5% annual rate hike. Operating costs would run from $26 to $29 million a year. Many San Diegans oppose the deal, and the city's independent budget analyst has also raised serious questions, pointing out that the city would be paying above market rates. So back out here As that meeting ended last night, they did agree to meet again next Tuesday, July 30th. But by that time, they'll have to get a full analysis of this plan. Some of them had some questions of whether that would be enough time to get that done within a week. So we'll keep you guys updated. In the next half hour, we'll hear more from the property owner and what he had to say last night. We're in downtown. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
Regina, thanks for the update. And you will have a say on whether to raise the city of San Diego's sales tax. City Council unanimously approved putting the question and the request on the November ballot. If approved by voters, this proposal would raise the city's sales tax rate by 1 full cent. So it would move from 7.75% to 8.75%. It could bring an estimated $400 million per year to the city. The money would go to fix potholes, street repairs, and street lights. It would improve parks and libraries. It would also be used to update emergency response systems.
Right now, nurses from Rady Children's Hospital are on the picket line for day 2 of a 48-hour strike. They voted down the latest agreement with the hospital. Rady Children's Hospital saying the contract would have raised nurses' wages by about 25% over 3 years. It says while the strike continues, patients are being cared for by hundreds of skilled nurses that they've brought in from around the country. Both sides say they will go back to the bargaining table to try to reach a deal.
And this morning, travelers across the country, including here in San Diego, are still dealing with the effects of Friday's global Microsoft outage.
Such a mess days later, and it could still take days for U.S. air travel to get back to normal completely. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live from San Diego International Airport with some of the issues people are facing. Can't believe we're still talking about this, Chris.
We are, and what we're learning right now is that the U.S. Department of Transportation is now investigating Delta Airlines because they have far exceeded any other airline when it comes to cancellations and delays that date back to, again, that Microsoft outage that took place last week. The numbers are staggering when you look at how they compare to other airlines. The Department of Transportation now wants to take a closer look into that. We spoke with a number of different air travelers just yesterday about this issue, many of them flying different airlines and so forth, but still dealing with the effects of course, what we saw happen last week. Here's what they had to say.
Would definitely say we're stranded in San Diego. Rent a hotel room, call our family in Riverside, come and get us. I don't know. What do you do? Crazy.
So let's talk on a national level here. Delta has canceled more than 5,500 flights since the outage started early Friday morning. That included more than 700 flights just yesterday alone. But what we are learning here across the nation is that as of 5 a.m. this morning, Delta has canceled an additional 415 flights. Yesterday at San Diego International Airport, they made up 16 of the 25 total cancellations that we saw. In a statement that was sent to CBS News this morning, the Transportation Department said it is, quote, investigating Delta Airlines following continued widespread flight disruptions and reports of concerning customer service failures. Now, what we've heard from Delta so far was yesterday before this investigation was announced, but that they said, quote, they are working 24/7 to restore their operations, and that their CEO also said that it would take, quote, another couple days before the worst is clearly behind us. Now, this is a big move here again for Delta and the Department of Transportation taking a look into this. When I told you again about the amount of flights compared Delta canceling versus others, again, 5,500 since that outage for Delta. The next one would be United with nearly 1,500 flights, and they only canceled 40 as of this morning compared to more than 400 that Delta canceled this morning. Eric and Netta?
Well, if they're looking for something to do, you can always head to the beach for a little bit while you're waiting for things to get rescheduled.
Right. We do have options, I guess, when you're stranded here.
Stranded places to be stranded.
I've been stranded in San Diego for years and been a big fan.
Not complaining.
Clock is just about to hit 6:10. Good morning to you. It is a cloudless start to the morning You might remember the past months that have been inundated with uniform, overcast skies along the coast each morning. That is not the case today. Instead, we have just a few patchy clouds, which means that we will have a higher UV exposure through the next several hours. We'll probably also see those temperatures climb close to the coastline a little bit quicker than normal, but it's all symptomatic of us starting to say goodbye to May gray, June gloom, and what would normally be July fry along the coast has actually been quite normal. The temperatures that are above normal, those are all inland. Those are taking place across your valleys, mountains, and deserts. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook doesn't show any change in that forecast. We will get a little bit of a cool down by this upcoming weekend. It looks like it'll be short-lived, considering the Climate Prediction Center does show an outlook that points toward warmer than normal temperatures across the western U.S. On that 5-day forecast, Thursday is our peak. That is the day of warmest temperatures we have in San Diego County. And that's going to go for not only our inland valleys, even though this is specific to our inland locations, it'll go for our mountains and our deserts as well. And then we'll start to see those temperatures slide by about 10 degrees between Thursday and Saturday. That means just in time for Comic-Con weekend, those temperatures are going to be much more mild, much more comfortable. But best idea is between now and Thursday to maybe avoid all that much of strenuous activity out there, especially across the mountains and deserts. Let's take a look at traffic, see how your roads are this morning. 611 right now. So far, live look on southbound 163, just south of the 8 freeway, is looking pretty quiet. We haven't seen all that much volume on the roads this morning. And that's a good sign if you're headed out for the morning commute. Let's take a look at border wait times now. Right now, 110-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Can't say the same about low volume there. Almost a 2-hour wait you're going to have. Otay Mesa Port of Entry is just slightly quicker at about an hour 25 or so. Back to you.
All right, Nevin, thank you so much. Still ahead here, new video of a deputy fatally shooting a woman after she called 911 herself.
Looks like you guys were cutting corners.
How could this happen?
What the director of the Secret Service said about the assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump, and a push for new regulation to protect kids online.